What's good, y'all? I am back with another YouTube video, reaction video. This caught my attention. Like it's like one of those random videos I just it caught my attention. I'm gonna do a video on it, get my thoughts on it. So here we are. A gamer drank 12 energy drinks in 10 minutes. This what happened to his organs. Long story short, I'm pretty sure his organs are all fucked up. Excuse my language. I'm trying not to cuss, but that's impossible. But no, this actually caught my attention because I actually do have a story, but I wasn't drinking energy drinks as a gamer because I work overnights. I used to drink energy drinks like every day, and that shit fucks you up. It didn't really mess me up. I don't know, energy drinks they have you shaking a little bit, but it wasn't that. It's like I don't know if I should tell this story because I feel like this is going to be. I'm gonna have to I probably won't get demonetized if I tell this story. So I might make that a separate video about my energy drink story. But long story short, I stopped drinking energy drinks. I drink way more water. Always been hitting the gym. I always do that. I'm trying to go to the gym more now, but we're gonna watch this video, see what it's gonna be about.
A man drank 12 energy drinks in 10 minutes.
Damn.
This is what happened to his organs. This is 10 minutes.
Well, could be at my store, link in the description, yeah.
This is what happened to his organs. JS is a 36-year-old man presenting to the emergency room with breakthrough.
Personally, you shouldn't. As you get older, you should start like what you do as a kid or when you're younger. Like younger, you feel like you Superman and shit. You just chug like shit ton of sweets, a lot of energy drinks and stuff like that. But as you get older, you gotta cut that shit down.
Through abdominal pain. He tries to tell the admitting nurse what was happening, but he had to grip the armrests of his chair to stop himself from emptying his stomach onto her shoes again. You see, JS was a man living the dream. When he was growing up in the 80s,
I found it funny they actually acting this out. I know that's not the person.
He was always around video games. His parents liked playing them, but JS didn't have friends who played video games because he really didn't have any friends at all. When he was 14 in 1998, Pokemon had just come out. Some of the Pokemon in Red and Blue could only be
I remember those days. That shit was popular.
had if players traded with each other on their Game Boys, but because JS didn't have any friends, he could never make the trades needed.
There was a point in time they actually banned Pokemon from school. They banned people bringing like their Game Boys and stuff, and Game Boy Advances to school. Yeah, I remember those days.
To get those Pokemon. As the years passed, what JS didn't have as a kid, he tried as hard as he could to have as an adult. If he couldn't have Gengar when he was young, that's a Pokemon that required a trade to get.
I hate that. They still do that? That's bullshit. Damn.
Then JS had a lot of Gengar as an adult. If there were games and movies that he didn't have as a kid, he had them as an adult. But these were material things. If he didn't have friends and recognition as a kid, then he tried as hard as he could to get them as an adult. One day at his workplace, JS thought it would be funny to chug some energy drinks. The admin loved to stock them in the fridge, and the company always touted the drinks as a wonderful benefit for a great place to work. At the table now, JS wanted to put on a show.
This might be the guy. I don't know. I don't know.
He was going to chug 12 energy drinks in 10 minutes, and it was going to be legendary. At first, it felt cold on the way down. He could feel the burn at the back of his throat, but as the cans continued, the burn started to become discomfort as it felt like sores were growing and tearing up his mouth.
Man tried to have a heart attack.
Immediately after chugging all 12 energy drinks, JS didn't feel well. The bottom of his chest was burning. He wasn't sure if it was his stomach or his heart hurting. He was short of breath, and to take his mind off of everything, he started playing some games. As the hours passed, JS could feel his heart fluttering. But this shouldn't be happening, he thought. For him, caffeine never really had much of an effect. Even if the max daily recommendation is 400 milligrams a day, JS easily pushed 7, 8, 900 milligrams during LAN parties and weekend gaming marathons.
I used to game that. I don't know. As I get older, my time became very limited. When I was young, I really gamed that much, as I say as a kid. I'm try to. I don't know. It's kind of hard to manage that stuff unless you live stream, which I technically do. Yeah, I gotta put myself on a streaming schedule, but 2 to 3 hours is pretty much what I can actually do. Not a day, every few days. Hopefully, if this come more of a full-time thing, I'll eventually I'll have more time.
I must just have
I don't
good
know.
genetics to break
I gotta really enjoy the game now, I guess you could say, in order to put some time into it. I think the last game I actually put my time into is probably Final Fantasy Remake. I should start playing Red Dead, by the way. Wait, no, I take that back. It's a game that came out on Nintendo Switch. Wait, I got my Switch right here. Oh yeah, Zelda.
break
Never
down
mind.
caffeine quickly, he thought. What
Long story short, I gotta find a game to really enjoy in order to me sit down and play.
started as a discomfort at the bottom of his chest started radiating out to his back, in between his shoulder blades. JS knew that he was wired. He could feel it all throughout the night while he was playing games and watching his friends stream. He thought taking a small shot of some other drink could help relieve some
That is a no. Alcohol with energy drinks, no.
of his pain. But problems started happening when JS emptied his stomach into the kitchen sink. He had been feeling nauseous for several hours. After letting it all go in the sink, he started feeling even worse. He could feel his heart beating in his eyes. The back pain would just burn underneath his neck, and the pain in his stomach would come in waves, each one more intense than the last. Anytime he tried drinking some water, that water would come right back up. JS tried holding out for at least a day because he believed that none of this could have been the energy drinks. Those should have already passed through his body, so it must be something
My man got a push-up, so that's crazy.
else. But finally, JS couldn't eat anymore. He couldn't drink anything.
I hate that every time. I was about to turn my head, so oh my god, another fire truck alarm.
And the pain was so sharp and burning as he calls for 911, and he's brought to the emergency room where we are now.
Alright, about to get that. Let's mute that. Long story short, I'm pretty sure he had like a heart attack or something. Not a heart attack, but your kidney stones. That's my assumption. That's what I'm thinking, but we're gonna see. I'm kind of interested. This definitely a health. No, don't drink energy drinks like that. If you need to, I'm one a day. You should not be doing that.
Doctors noticed that JS was nauseous. He had already thrown up on the nurse's shoes. His breathing was stressed, and he said that his abdominal pain would radiate to his back, like
Damn.
someone had taken a crowbar and started prying it apart. A
Damn.
blood test finds that JS has hyperglycemia. Hyper meaning high, glyce referring to glucose, another name for sugar, and emia meaning presence in blood. High sugar presence in blood. Each can that JS drank had more than 50 grams of sugar. 12 cans means that he chugged over 1 pound of sugar in 10 minutes, so
Damn.
hyperglycemia should make sense. But the problem is, he chugged those energy drinks more than a day ago. He hadn't eaten anything afterwards because his abdomen just hurt so much, and the body typically tries to get rid of excess blood sugar as quickly as possible, so sugar shouldn't be high in his blood. The pancreas releases insulin to lower blood sugar. JS has abdominal pain, and the pancreas is in the abdomen. There could be a problem with his pancreas. Maybe it's not releasing insulin. Maybe something is blocking it from releasing that insulin, or maybe it is releasing it and his body isn't responding to that
Something's
insulin.
clogged up in
This
his
could
body,
mean
what?
that JS has diabetes, but that isn't in his medical record, and another test of his long-term blood sugar levels suggests he had pre-diabetes.
Damn.
But doctors have a different idea of what could be happening. In the emergency room, doctors use an ultrasound machine to get an idea of what's happening to JS's pancreas. Maybe a gallstone is blocking it, backing up flow and causing problems, but they didn't see anything there. As they sent him in for a higher resolution scan, more results come back from the lab. JS has hyperlipasemia, high lipase presence in blood. Lip from Greek lipos, referring to lipids or fats, and ase referring to enzyme. High fat-degrading enzyme presence in blood. Lipase comes from the pancreas. It helps us digest the fats that we eat from our
This shit just sounds painful. What the hell?
diet. If its levels are high in the blood, then it means that the pancreas is leaking it out. And if it digests fat, and the pancreas is partially made of fat, then it means that JS's pancreas is starting to digest itself.
Damn.
The abdominal pain radiating to his back, the nonstop nausea and vomiting, the inability to keep
It's just
anything down.
The fact that his back pain, he has back pain, is definitely that's crazy. I ain't know energy drinks would do that, or sugar in general. But they say drunk like 12 energy drinks in 10 minutes. Like, damn.
And the hyperlipasemia. All of these together meaning that JS has acute pancreatitis. pancreatitis, meaning an inflammation of the pancreas because something happened to it, enzymes started leaking out of it, and it's now starting to digest itself. Acute, meaning that all of this is happening suddenly, and the medical team wants to know why. In the emergency room, doctors don't know that JS had chugged 12 energy drinks in 10 minutes. He didn't tell them that. What doctors do ask him is if JS consumes a lot of alcohol. Because he's young, excess alcohol may not have permanently damaged the liver yet, that takes some time, but it can hurt the pancreas suddenly. It's the second most common reason for pancreatitis after gallstones, which the ultrasound showed JS didn't have. JS did say that he did have one shot of liquor after the pain had started. They took his word for it, but they were suspicious, thinking that it may have been more than just a shot. But the reality was he took that shot several hours after the pain had already become severe, and doctors just had no idea about the 12 energy drinks. JS was started on IV fluids. He was dehydrated because he couldn't keep any water down. They give him medicines for the pain because it's so excruciating, and everything seemed to be okay, but only for a short time. When body parts appear to be damaged, the immune system reacts. This is to protect you. The problem is sometimes the immune system overreacts, and it does that overreaction when it shouldn't be reacting in the first place.
This is crazy.
JS's pancreas digesting itself is body part damage, so the immune system is there trying to protect him from that damage. But when inflammation, pancreatitis, happens, the area can start to swell with fluid, and in JS, where his pancreas was supposed to be, is starting to swell with fluid. Typically in a 36-year-old man with no diagnosed past medical history, this kind of pancreatitis resolves itself. The medical team elects to watch and wait because even though his abdomen is swelling with fluid, doing surgery and cutting him open could be doing more harm than good. Even if the image looks scary, the body has a way of healing itself. And as a few days pass, things seem to be holding steady. JS probably didn't need to have surgery, and he's probably ready to go home, they thought. As the medical team gets ready to discharge him from the hospital, everything seems to be going smoothly. But as the hours pass, JS starts to get chills. He starts running a fever as his blood pressure starts to drop. His heart is trying to keep up by pumping harder and faster, but it's not enough. Another CT scan finds that gas is now in the space where the fluid was swelling. The stomach and the intestines have some air in them, but they're usually closed off so their contents don't leak into the abdomen. So, if JS's stomach isn't punctured, then where can this gas be coming from? A blood test finds that not only are JS's liver and kidney starting to shut down now, but that he now has an infection. If bacteria and fungus floating around in the abdomen outside of the stomach can produce gas, then it means that fluid buildup from his inflamed pancreas is now infected. But it doesn't just stop there. Whatever is infecting him has now spilled into his bloodstream. The immune system detects this and tries to react again by dilating the body's blood vessels, but this drops the blood pressure. Adequate oxygen can't get to the organs like the liver and the kidneys as they start to shut down. JS comes in and out of consciousness as limited oxygen gets to his brain. All of this happening from pancreatitis in JS that came from chugging excess energy drinks as he finally utters to the medical team what happened. But why did this happen? Good question. Generally, most people know that energy drinks can be dangerous when consumed in huge excess. If you have one once in a while and you're young and healthy, it's probably not a big deal. But if you start chugging multiple cans back to back, then bad things are probably going down.
That's one thing about that. The problem is, I don't drink energy drinks like that. I just can't get to the taste of it personally. Like I said, I used to drink them like while I was working overnights. But I stopped there. I just started drinking all water and smoothies. But yeah, they say it could get addictive, which is kind of crazy because kids could easily get this stuff. With that being said, should this be considered illegal or not? That's the question. I don't know. It's a lot that's happening. It's wrong with the world today. Hell, Juuls, it's like super addictive, but a lot of kids have access to that. It is what it is, and now they just try to legalize marijuana. And marijuana is not that addictive as to say a Juul. That alone should tell you the story how the world runs, I guess you could say. It's kind of crazy, but they are starting to legalize it, but they take their precious ass time with it everywhere. But you understand the story, like Juuls and cigarettes is very easy to get, and I'm pretty sure that does more harm than like cannabis. Hell, and CBC. But like I said, that's another story for another day.
To happen. Most people immediately think of the caffeine content. Each can that JS drank had 160 milligrams of caffeine, so 2 cans can get you very close to that recommended daily limit.
Damn.
Too much caffeine can make you wired, make your heart race, your breathing will become fast, it'll make you shaky and jumpy, and in some people, lots of caffeine will feel like a panic attack. This energy drink cardiotoxicity has been documented. Check out this video from my cardiologist friend MedLife Crisis, link in the description below. Energy drinks are more than just caffeine, and we don't exactly know how much of any one of these ingredients are in a single can. No one intended for someone to chug 5.5 liters of anything in 10 minutes. What we do know is that there might be an association with excess energy drink consumption and pancreatitis. It's not just the caffeine and the stimulants in there that'll get you in your heart. Whether it's chugging 12 cans in 10 minutes or drinking 3, 4, 5, 6 cans a day every day, the pancreas can get injured. We can't experiment on people in the setting because we can't give everyone huge amounts of energy drink until their pancreas starts digesting itself. And of the people who do drink 6 cans a day, we can't cut them open and look at their pancreas at any given time because it's buried so deep inside the human body. For JS, this became a wake-up call for him for his health. He didn't have diabetes, but the blood test said pre-diabetes. He didn't have hypertriglyceridemia, which can come from diabetes and cause pancreatitis. But the lesson is, pancreatitis can spiral out of control very quickly, even when the patient looks great and ready to go home, just like JS. He was holding steady until his organs just suddenly shut down because the inflammation got infected and spilled into his blood. With supportive care and antibiotics, a diligent medical team, and a renewed sense of life, realizing that he had everything that he could ever want.
Baby kids, no, he's not gonna know that. That show, what the hell? How long? Baby kids, damn, I remember that shit. That's crazy. Oh man, I just know the fact, and I know it's the Batman action figure. I see you. All right, what's I see? It's too blurry, so I can't really get a good grasp of everything.
Realizing that he had everything that he could ever want, JS was able to make a recovery. If you're interested in the Presenting to the Emergency Room mug or other Chubby Emu merch, link to my store is in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. Take care of yourself and be well.
Alright, screw that. Screw you, Loki. But yeah, more of the story is don't drink energy drinks. Don't chug 10 energy drinks in 10 minutes. This man's the ultimate gamer. Yeah, I do have some jokes, but like I said, everybody knows like the Mountain Dew shit. Hell, soda's unhealthy too. Like I don't even drink soda like that. But yeah, I take that back. I don't even drink soda, unless it's sparkling soda or sparkling water. I mean, but it showed childhood trauma come out as an adult. Yeah, I can see that. That's the reason why I think I was thinking that, man. I hate that shit. Why they had to? We got to trade in order to have Gengar evolve. I guess that's like, because Gengar is probably a popular Pokemon. I know that it ain't the only Pokemon that does that. That allows you to trade with people. 'Cause as a kid, I think they want you to be, I guess, more connected with friends and stuff. I think that was Pokemon's way of doing that, connecting people, being more social, I guess you could say. I don't know. I was already social, but I was social out there in the wrong way. Yeah, I was a menace as a kid, but I changed my ways. That might be a future video too. Story time. My problem child days. I was only a problem child till I got into high school. Then I just started straighten my shit up. But yeah, moral of the story: don't drink energy drinks like that. That's crazy. Like drinking in sessions, like those 5-hour energy drinks, like those are bad. But I understand people's reasons of drinking them, because people probably work all these crazy hours to force you to do that, these 12-hour shifts. I used to do that shit. I hated it. But yeah, 12 energy drinks is bad. it messes up your organs. Well, too much of anything is bad. You gonna mess up your body, and as you getting older, you can't be doing that stuff as you did as a kid. I don't know. I've been on this healthy. I still eat unhealthy, but it's for like building up protein. I guess you could say. Cause I still eat sweets every now and then, but I've been actually been cutting down a lot of that stuff. And I definitely always been drinking water. But yeah, it's funny how they say gamer drink. Either a gamer. It's like I understand because I know back a couple years ago, Call of Duty used to like promote Mountain Dew, Doritos, all that jokes. They still do, but yeah. But it's really with the younger crowd. But as you get older, you can't be doing that. You gonna learn the hard way. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed this video, I definitely was interested. This caught my attention. If you like, comment, subscribe, follow, subscribe to this guy channel. This is actually my first time watching this channel, and I want to watch more of these videos. So don't forget, pal. But yeah, I guess catch y'all guys next time. So peace.